Welcome to the Nocturne Spotlight and Build Guide by Reign of Magic. Nocturne is classified as a melee assassin, but I prefer to build him with a mix of tank items as well as damage items so that he can dive into the carries. Nocturne is adept at sowing confusion and terror amongst the enemy team. Eternium Nocturne is his ultimate skin. It is a reference to the Mass Effect series. Umbra Blades is Nocturne's passive. It hits all units around him for 120% his total attack damage. In addition to doing bonus damage to all targets around Nocturne, it also heals him for a flat amount based on the total number of units hit and his level. As if this wasn't good enough, Nocturne's basic attacks also reduce its cooldown by 1 second per attack. Duskbringer is Nocturne's first ability. It sends out a line nuke that damages all enemies across the path. While standing on Duskbringer, Nocturne gains bonus attack damage and movement speed. Duskbringer is an excellent ability for chasing or just increasing your damage output on a target, or in the case of stealth champions, revealing where they're walking while they're stealthed. Shroud of Darkness is Nocturne's next ability. It has two components, a passive attack speed increase and an active spell shield, and when it blocks an ability, it doubles the attack speed passive. Unspeakable Horror is Nocturne's third ability. It creates a tether between him and the target, and after the duration ends, it fears the target. Be careful, because its tether range is actually extremely small. Paranoia is Nocturne's ultimate ability. It has a few things going on for it. First, it reduces all vision range that each champion has, plus it removes any vision granted by any friendly unit. The second half of Paranoia is the dash component. With it, you can dash to a target of your choice if you're within range. During the flight of the dash, you will always hit the target if they move to a different location, such as if they flash or blink over a wall. Here's my rune setup for Nocturne. I take attack speed reds, which work well with his passive, and his Duskbringer, which already increases his damage. I then take armor seals and scaling magic resist glyphs. I have movement speed quintessences just so I can get around the jungle and gang slightly faster. Here's my item setup for Jungle Nocturne. I first take Machete and 5 health potions, which is pretty standard for all junglers. On my first beat, I like to get Boots and Madrid's Razors to help with jungle clear and ganking. In addition to that, I aim for my next item to get either Locket or Aegis. I then like to get Boots of Mobility so I can gank better and have slightly higher map presence than I would if I got a different set of boots. After I've gotten some durability through the first tank item, I like to go for Blade of the Rune King to help with my damage output and overall survivability. My next item depends on what I need most, magic resist or armor. If I need magic resist, I go for Bulwark. If I need armor, I go for Random and Omen. These last few items you rarely get to as a jungler, but if you do get to the point where you need a 5th and 6th item, I like to go for Frozen Mallet so I can chase and have more health during a team fight, and then either get whichever item I didn't get first, either Bulwark or Random and Omen. In a perfect world where you get all 6 items, this is what my build would be for pretty much any matchup. It has a good mix of damage, durability for both magic and physical attacks. Here's an example of how to teamfight. Initially we're going for Dragon, but then we notice that the enemy team's there, so I dive onto the enemy brand. I fail to use my spell shield and then don't realize it for most of the rest of the fight, but if I had it wouldn't have mattered anyway because there was so much CC on me. I got stunned by Brand and knocked up. Here's an example of why Duskbringer can be so strong. Initially I'm just chasing the Vlad with the help of Janna, and my Duskbringer keeps me fast enough to keep up with them. After the enemy team arrives, after we have cleaned up Vlad, we do a bunch of initial bursts. Noticing that Brand didn't die, I jump to him with Paranoia in order to secure the kill. Here's another example of where a short combat jump can lead to securing a kill that would have otherwise gotten away. This concludes the Nocturne Spotlight. If you liked it, please remember to rate and subscribe. Bye-bye now.